Hey friends, it's Skip Icon and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. We are going to finish off Act 3 in this episode. This might be a little bit of a long episode, but I'm really excited about it. And we're controlling this guy here now. The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes in the room. It is patient and sounds like it should be smiling. So this is the tape player slung on his shoulder. This is what was referenced in Xanadu. Oh my gosh, it's Doolittle! It's Lem Doolittle! You were totally right! This is the person at the end of the entertainment. This is Lem Doolittle, the one who wrote the entertainment. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. Right, so we're actually here. We're looking for some information about the Xanadu computer. And we don't know how to get to the bureau yet, but let's find out more about this place specifically. What's this job? Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher. Show you the trucks, get you familiarized. Okay, so the trucks, which is what you do, which is what Conway does for Lisette. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Some kind of factory? Yeah, maybe, but for what? Why hidden away like this? And what's that smell like? Bread. Baking bread? Please, follow me. Yeah, I do recall. That's the same sound that we were making whenever we walk as Conway with the new leg. Alright, well, let's head down, I suppose. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety. And adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protective headwear up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. Oh, I understand. It's only a courtesy to... Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. What kind of place is this that we have to put on protective headgear? Oh, it's just a hard hat. Okay. This is our... Not defibrillator, right? What is it called? I can't remember. Degausser? And when we do it, it seems to interact with the strangers a bit. In fact, it looks like there are a couple strangers over here. Can we... There we go, Earl. So this is what I did not do in my last playthrough. I didn't know that you could talk to or interact with the strangers if you use the Degausser next to them. This is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some used casks to store the hives, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in logistics. Okay, but we can't interact with all of them, I guess. Wow, check this stuff out. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. How do you think they keep it like that? Maintenance, old man. I bet it's someone's job around here. Probably hard to keep all the dust out, you know, underground. That's why I got into this business, to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to let it just fall into ruin, you know? Like that computer back in the cave. Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Alright, I guess we can't interact with those folks. More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. What job are they working? I don't know that it's been settled just yet. You see, sometimes we take on newcomers already in debt to the distillery. The distillery, eh? One of the foremen will find something for them to do, chip away at their sum until it's all settled. That's what I'm doing here, chipping away. That's what we're all doing. So this is what happens to all the people who are in debt. And now they're in debt to the distillery. So Lem Doolittle was a playwright, but now he works here. Looks like he accrued quite some debt too, I see. Here's the fleet. Haha. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. What do you do here? Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers, ad copy, that sort of thing. Discerning shades and heartsick lovers have long known the taste of hard times and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. Gosh, what a shame that he had such promise as a playwright and now he writes copy at whatever this place is for Hard Times Whiskey. So, the trucks are just east a ways and shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Well, we're going to hop in a little cart here. We're not going to go to shipping yet because that's hard progress. We are going to explore where the strangers come from. Alright, do we have to get out to examine things? Yeah, I think we do. I like that there's music when we're riding in the cart. Zeke. How'd it go, Zeke? Zeke, just a bit of... Oh, I think that's supposed to be Zeke in all caps with a colon. Just did a bit of recruiting. Oh, no, I get it. Zeke just did a bit of recruiting, stopped at a tavern to collect payment, and returned with able bodies. Haha. So that is the reckoning that was referred to in the entertainment. That's what happens at the taverns who serve Hard Times Whiskey. Is that what they want us to do? Doesn't sound like we're just getting a nice tour of the place. It sounds like they have some expectations of us. Wait, really? Can we at least walk this way? Oh, yeah. So we can walk some places that we can't drive to. Alright. Alright. Oh, come on now. Come on now. This cart's a little hard to maneuver, as you can see. Aha. Distillation, frands. I think this is where they make Hard Times Whiskey. Oh. No. Get out quick so we can... Oh, he's up above, maybe? Oh, it activated him, though. Connie activated her, see? You don't gotta assume. Connie, how's your rat? Connie is a great lover of animals. Do you know she's adopted over a dozen pets in the as many of the last years? She's adopted over a dozen pets in the as many of the last years. I'm not sure what that sentence is. Of course, death comes to all things great and small. Nice, little cheery reminder there. The distillery found that the remains in her makeshift pet cemetery were trespassing on our subterranean property. Our hand was forced. In order to avoid the legal extinguishment of our easement, we were required to file a civil suit. Ever the level head, Connie agreed to a pre-court settlement to pay off her fines by working for us here. Oh my god. Spirit safe. Doolittle confidentially. Don't let them catch you looking too closely here. Not within our purview. What's it for? Keeps us honest in the eyes of the state. Well, in the eyes of the management anyway. We keep pretty well out of view down here. Not much chance of being spotted by helicopter. Hey? But if the law came knocking, we could say we were logging and securing our virgin spirits. We could say. Marvelous engineering, though, isn't it? Oh my god. How dismal. Let's see if we can activate this person over here. Oh, it's not even letting us walk that way. Oh, there they are, there they are, there they are. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. I'm pressing it. Maybe it needs time to recharge or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely not working. Well, maybe they're not interactable or something. Oh, what is that? Those look like coffins. So I guess these are like before and after? Oh, casks. I wonder what they keep the old casks around for. They smell nice for a little while, but it's pretty overpowering. No way around that smell. No way to clean them after the aging process, I mean. It's a one-way street. That's right, because that's how whiskey's made, right? You age the whiskey in oaken casks, I think. Can we... Nope, can't go that way? Alright. I love the look of these old-timey computers from like the 50s and 60s. Huge, massive things. Please, don't touch a thing. Very sensitive devices. We're not even allowed to run the formula through them. What's the formula? Eh? Oh, the formula changed our lives. Once, years ago, we were as prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Compounding interest by hand, reassessing amortization and leveraging assets and leveraged asset distributions according to nightly merit decay. Then she stepped out of the dark caves to show us the light of the formula. She had a brilliant grasp of mathematics and a saint-like way of speaking right through the numbers. Do you remember in Xanadu? Do you remember that Weaver was one of the research assistants, and that one day Weaver left and the strangers left with her? I think they're talking about Weaver, and we of course know that she has a brilliant grasp of mathematics. Now we just plug our daily numbers into the formula and run it all through the adding machine, which is a great play. We occasionally suffer some surplus drift, but she instructed us on all the necessary adjustments. It was devastating to see our revered mathematician go, but she was needed elsewhere. Her legacy abides. Wow, I feel like she got out of debt somehow by providing them with the formula and then got out of there as soon as she could. What do these computers do? Temperatures, pressures, wear, tear, acidity, supply levels, any and all attending numbers in need of crunching, and so on. Am I boring you yet? Are you simply dying of boredom? I myself could discuss this matter past sunrise. We're trying to fix this old computer in the caves. Of course, I'm boring you. Let's move on. Not before I Degausser over here. Ted. How's it looking, Ted? Get that new fan installed? Ted met one of our engineers at a bar some years ago, and they just clicked. Our engineer told him about some trouble with the equipment here, and he felt compelled to take a crack at it. Ted's been obsessively tuning, replacing, and upgrading ever since. Quite a project, Ted. You'll get ahead of it one day, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, Doolittle, you are just the worst. Oh, Danny. Hi, Danny. How goes the mystery, Danny? Danny's an enigma. He leases an old van from our fleet for some kind of daily art project. He drives out every morning and comes back by evening smelling of propellants. Can't afford the lease in cash, so he pays us with work here. Wonder what that's a reference to. More of these old computers. Looks like about the same vintage as the stuff in the cave. What's this little screen for? Oh wow, good eye. This is an XY monitor. They use them in oscilloscopes in arcade games. Or they used to anyway. It's rare stuff. Hey, is this like antiquing with Lisette for you? Haha. I probably sound kind of ridiculous waxing on about vacuum tubes and oscilloscopes. I don't think I could talk about anything like that. Aw, I bet you could. Someday maybe you'll bend my ear about... whatever. I don't know. Seems like all of Conway's stories are pretty sad, Shannon. What with Charlie and falling in love with Lisette and then finding out that she eventually got married to Ira. And I kind of feel like Conway's final trip in the truck, final delivery, might be a metaphor for something else. Yeah, Conway is a sad soul. But I have a feeling he's gonna get even sadder. Alright, I guess I didn't need to drive, 5 feet. Feel that draft of warmth? Like a summer breeze. This is the aging warehouse. It's heated artificially? 100%. Draws a lot of electricity to tame this cold, rocky cave, I'll tell you that. Of course, we only have half our aging stock in here at any given time. So electricity, we've heard about the Consolidated Power Company. So they're all connected, I see. Most distilleries let their whiskey sit in casks through the cycle of seasons. In summer, the wood expands and the whiskey seeps in, picking up flavor. In winter, the wood contracts and squeezes the whiskey back out. Down here, there are no seasons. Each workday proceeds from the last in an unbroken chain of climate control. So, we make our own seasons. Each cask alternates in a weekly cycle between the cold ground upstairs and this heated warehouse. Oh, I was hoping to talk to this man over here, or this worker over here. Oh, I don't think we can go any further, actually. Oh, wait. Oh. No, I don't think we can talk to them. Get in, Shannon, get in. Aging. Interesting that the casks are just literally caskets. Is that really how it's done everywhere? I mean, I think it is, actually. So, I guess that makes sense. We might as well try to walk in there, I suppose. Let me out! Oh, barrel dump. See? There's stuff to see over here. And here's the first moment you could really call it bourbon. The barrel dump. We cut it here with water from the middle of Lake Lethe. Has to be right in the middle at the deepest, coldest point. They dive with sealed jugs and only stop to fill them once they've reached total darkness. Pageantry? Ritual? Who can say? Tradition, maybe. Gosh, Lem, you are the company man through and through. What an unfortunate company to be the company man for, though, eh? Let's see, I'm trying to do as thorough a job of exploring as possible, but there are like a bunch of invisible walls, and some places you can only get to by driving. Some places you can only get to by walking. Yeah, it's not letting me go anywhere else here. What an oppressive environment for all of these people who are working off their debts. Sorry, I just got scared. Something fell in my closet. I was like, who's here? Who's here? Malting and bottling. Let's check this out, I suppose. Ooh, we can go up here. This is fun. Oh, this is how we probably talk to that person or hear about them. Smell that? No mistaking it. Baking bread. Exactly, that's the work of our unique ingredient, the yeast. The story is that Mr. Bishop got it from a baker in Knoxville in a little tin box. He was on the run, our Mr. Bishop, from the law. For a while he hid out in some muddy swamps, subsisting on live fish, but he always kept that little tin box dry, held above his head. Some among us have proposed that a bit of swamp water seeped in that little tin box, introducing a foreign element and giving our yeast culture the eccentricity for which it's widely known. I think it was that baker in Knoxville. They arrested him years later for the possession of a controlled substance. Life in prison. Solitary confinement. No visitors, no windows. Till the day he died. Must have been a hell of a substance, eh? No. I mean, it looks as if the workers that carry clipboards and kind of walk around are unable to be interacted with. It is fun going around on these these areas, though. I've got to say, is this the biggest area that we've been able to explore so far? Might be. Must be. Get in, Shannon, get in. We're gonna leave without you. Oh, well, we definitely want to see what's up with that person carrying a television. Maybe it's not a television, maybe it's just a box or something. Come back. Oh, they're just carrying boxes. Oh. Oh, they're carrying the boxes of the whiskey, okay. I can, like, psychosomatically smell the yeast right now. Well, okay. Did we explore the extents over here? I just want to real quick make sure, friends. And it looks like we have. Malting and bottling, though, we haven't talked about this yet. Oh, there we go. This is where most of our staff ends up. What are they doing? Checking the, quality assurance. We used to bottle everything by hand, but these machines are marvelously effective. Made things a bit complicated for the workers. After all, the distillery can't just fire them. How would they settle their accounts? But there's nowhere else to put them. They keep an eye on things here. Can't be paid as much just to watch, of course. Well, that's progress for you. I mean, if they all have substance abuse problems, then I bet that's a pretty horrible thing to make them endure. Watching full bottles of whiskey get filled, or watching empty bottles of whiskey get filled up. No? Oh, Cliff, there we go. This is Cliff in bottling. Did you know? Well, how could you? Cliff was behind bars not long ago. He placed a desperate advertisement in a local newspaper seeking assistance on his bail. The distillery put up the money, and now he's working it off while his case hovers in bureaucratic limbo. Ugh. All of this is just terrible. This is like the saddest, most depressing, dreariest Willy Wonka tour ever. What are we stuck on? What are we stuck on? Come on, nah. Come on, nah. What? Okay, we have to walk from this point. Dang, and I was really liking that music, too. Wait, but why can't we go any further over this way? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, if I can't drive this way, maybe we have to drive around. Yeah, it might make us drive around the other way. That's fine. Oh, the Museum of Dwellings was pretty big too. I just remembered the Museum of Dwellings. But I don't think it was as explorable as this though, right? Oh, we can go this way. Oh my gosh, what the heck? What the heck? What the actual heck? Lumberyard. What is on fire over here? Get out, out of the car, out of the car. What the heck is this? Here's the charring yard. Vents pretty well, considering. The smell. This is why they call bourbon a comfort food. Those are empty, right? What? Oh, of course. We don't really exhume them anymore. We tapped that source years ago. Oh, gosh. I mean, are you telling us the truth, Doolittle? We build every cask by hand right here. It's tradition, but I like to think our application of hands and hammers to the oak gives our stuff a kind of life. Well, that's what I like to think. They look like coffins? That's tradition too, I suppose, and I'm sure it helps avert suspicion if a satellite catches us burying them upstairs. Ooh. Ooh. Carla. You still here, Carla? I thought your shift was over hours ago. Carla joined us as a contractor upgrading the aging racks in the warehouse. Of course, we can't just empty the warehouse or replace the wood all at once, so she's reconstructing the lattice work lockstep with our aging schedule. She does a little extra carpentry for us here and there, just to cover the fees. Keeping ahead of your self-employment taxes at least, Carla? Sometimes it's all we can do. Self-employment taxes for working at the distillery. Gosh, this is awful. Alright, back in the car. It's like, yay, I found a new place we could drive to, but not yay, we have to find out what horrors await us when we get there. Alright, well this has been the lumberyard. Boy howdy, we sure are seeing a bunch of this distillery today. And let's head around this way. Let's see if there's anything to the left of shipping. Because I know shipping is hard progress. Oh wait, what's that? Oh no, we've already talked to that person. Or talked about that person, rather. Okay, this is a new place. This is a new... Why is it just fading to darkness? Very much like a stage set, right? Where the edges just fade into the blackness. Oh, power transformers. I suppose it all starts here in a cruel fashion. We had special power transformers installed by Consolidated. I believe we're their biggest subterranean industrial customer in the region. To say nothing of heating the aging warehouse, just think of what it must take to run the lights down here. We work long hours and haven't exactly any windows. God. You work long hours and just get fluorescent lighting? In a cave? Underground? Alright. He's so cheery and chipper talking about all these horrible working conditions. Oh, and imagine how hot it is, too, when they're making their own seasons. Alright, so this must be the extent of the warehouse quarters. Don't tell me they have to live here, too. Oh god, they have to live here, too. Bunks? Thought you'd like to see the accommodations. We supply what bedding we can, according to the formula. You sleep here? A commute would cut into our working hours, and we dearly need those working hours, some more than others. Why, I haven't seen the outdoors and... Myself, I'm focused. Why shouldn't I be? I've got this figure to pay down. The longer I sleep, the more interest accrues. It's a sin to sleep your freedom away like that. Dang! Rattle your shackles if you love being free, am I right? Of course, as a delivery driver, you'd be able to come and go a little. You're timed pretty closely, but you can still roll the window down. Maybe glimpse a familiar silhouette on the side of the road as you pass. Oh no. Nope, I'm actually trying to click the Degausser, but where is this taking us to? Interesting. Huh. Who do you suppose set this up? Maybe they're running out of bunks. I wonder what the turnover's like here. Sounds like people end up staying for a while. Listen, there's something... I don't like this place. I don't trust this guy showing us around. Let's get the information we need and move on as soon as we can. There's a dog over there. But it's not moving. Oh, is it a wolf? A couple of wolves. I wonder who that's a reference to. That little, the little fire there with the backpack. You think maybe Carrington looking for a performance space? Wait, do I have to get closer to... No? Guess we don't get to hear about that person. What about this person? No. Gosh, hard to tell if they're sleeping or dead. Nope. Actually, that was for this person. There we go, and... Nope, nothing. Alright, let's get back in the car, shall we? Gosh, how invasive. For people to have to live out here, and we're just driving through, getting the tour. Oh, I think definitely we can hear about these people. Mess hall. Alright, out of the car, out of the car. Oh my gosh, Dennis. Let's start with Dennis. Dennis. We love Dennis, truly, but Dennis cost all of us a great deal of time and money, you see, many years ago, and it continues to sting. His family owned a logging company once. They accidentally floated on uninspected log infested with termites down the river, and it ended up in our yard to spread its pestilence. Devastation! We didn't catch it until the porous casks had already been filled. The great warehouse spillage disaster, we still call it. Yes, Dennis will be here for a while. We're just lucky he's such an agreeable fellow. Ugh. Awful. Leia's good people. Used to run a magazine, paid writers by the word, and ended up a few flowery adjectives in the red. Hard Times co-signed on a loan for a quarterly digest, but it sank. Doesn't talk much now. Jermaine. Jermaine was a bicycle courier until quite recently. He sadly misplaced some money orders en route to a boiler maintenance company and was held liable. When the distillery bought the company, his debt came along with it. I mean, it's like hell. Reuben here was once a serial entrepreneur. Do you know what that is? He created and sold a bunch of businesses, one after another. Creative bookkeeping caught up with him, and he had to borrow against some empty promises to keep his licenses intact. Now he's here, and shipping. What about this soul over here? Oh, there's lots of them. Raoul. This is Raoul, our young prodigy. Raoul's being groomed for the role of master distiller. The distillery paid tuition for his chemistry degree, and in exchange, he's here serving out an apprenticeship. And shall be for many years, I expect. Pamela. This is Pamela. On her dead friend's 40th birthday, she purchased a quarter cask of Hard Times to celebrate. Unfortunately, her check was misplaced under the delivery driver's seat for a few months and was cashed at an inopportune moment. Naturally, the biggest check first policy incurred significantly elevated overdraft fees and interest. The distillery agreed to front Pam's bill in exchange for a promise of work. Vincent. Looking sharp, Vincent. Vincent, an avid boatsman, miscalculated while cabrewing down the Echo one afternoon and damaged the distillery's old water pump. Having depleted his modest funds on a canoe full of craft beer, his only option was to pay down the damages working for us here. Heather, no. I know a Heather and I love her. Heather comes to us from the field of psychotherapy. She used to hit the bars to blow off steam after emotionally draining client sessions, but the remedy outpaced the disease and her tab went to the distillery. Evening, Marge. Marge is an avid collector of vinyl records. She borrowed some quick cash from a distillery employee for a rare King Tubby dub plate. Must have been quite a find. Ay, ay, ay. Makes me not want to spend any money at all. It may not be a draw on its own, but the food is certainly passable. Most of us never leave the premises anyway. What do they serve? Oh, mostly corn. One acquires a taste for the local dishes, as one does anywhere. It's become a matter of comfort, the food, and simply to eat here. To be here. Besides, if we were all coming and going 3 times a day, we'd surely attract the wrong kind of attention. Can't tax what you can't see now. Oh. Dang, so not only is the distillery mistreating human people, they're also cooking the books a little bit. A lot of it. Alright, I think we talked to everyone down here. You know what I'm thinking, friends? I'm thinking that I kind of know what's ahead. We might split this up into 2 parts. In fact, I think we're going to do that. So, in the next episode, we're going to keep exploring the distillery, and like I keep saying, that really emotionally relevant part is coming up soon, friends. So, anyway, thanks a lot for watching Kip Plays Kentucky Route Zero. I have been, and I will continue to be Kip Icon, as long as you guys continue to, what? Follow your drams. Bye!